Hello, traders. This is Andy. Let me know, guys, if you can see my screen and hear me. Uh, that would be in the YouTube chat area. All right. Thank you, Jerban. I think I'm not sure. All right. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. This is the Trade Ideas Support webinar. So if any of you guys in here uh, looking for some help with maybe some configurations or just actually anything regarding the software, except maybe some of that brokerage plus strategies, configuration, and things like that. Sometimes that gets a little bit difficult for me when you're talking about connecting to IB or E Trade. That's something we probably want to spend a little more time with. Uh, but anyway, happy Friday. Kind of an ugly market. Not Man, I haven't been doing a whole lot in a while. Doing a little scalping, hedging. You can see now all I got left is a few of my short positions. Had a few longs coming in, got stopped out. Ollie pick Gary, yeah, that Ollie. I like the way. That's the kind of stuff. I'm glad you brought that up because that's the kind of stuff I think you need to look for in this type of environment. A lot of the stocks that are breaking out, this WWW is one of them, and this is when you get in this kind of environment in the market, this dynamic we're seeing, these little breakouts don't work, right? It's just not to say this one might work. It's still pretty much flat. If you took the trade at, I think I had the price on that one at 23.15. So yeah, just barely underwater in that one, but nice looking setup. It's just I am finding these trades like Ollie, something that has a much deeper pullback, gap fill, bouncing off the 50. That's the kind of stuff I would rather take a chance on in this kind of market to the long side, something that's been, beaten up pretty good and coming down to a support level or a major moving average, in which this case it was both. I mean, you had a nice support level right here, just that is what you call a pivot line, and that's kind of where it bounced 2 days ago. And yeah, not looking bad. Thank you for bringing that up. Let's see the other ones. I think Vert probably did not work. And we got no trigger on that VIRT, so that's good. Uh, and then next was the next one. And yeah, this is one that had pulled back to its 10 period moving average. I thought, but boy, look at the spies here on lows. We're just uh, bleeding. I had a pretty decent size in BITI. I cannot get Bitcoin to sell off. I was luckily I was scalping some out on the way, but now I got just a small size in that thing. It just I cannot get Bitcoin to break. Okay, Gary. Well, good luck. Good luck. I think yeah, in this environment, I know I provide stop areas, but a lot of times when uh, the current market conditions sometimes may have me exiting before my stops, and when I do take a trade in this type of market, because we are looking at lows now in the SPY. And let's take a look at the SPY, and I got a little area where we may see a bounce because it looks like to me we're going for a gap fill here. That's why I have an alert set. We do have a gap fill going back to this area right here. So see what happens when it gets there. But I'm gonna pull my, excuse me, my counts over here just in case I need to make a trade. Maybe pile on some more shorts or something. All right, thank you. Yeah, so we'll see what happens if and when the market does get that gap fill in the SPY, but it's pretty ugly candle. Decent relative volume, 2.5. That's not something to just shake off. And if we draw some trend lines maybe in here, well, we got a ways to go to that. Let me. It's always good to do this, but let's take a look at a trend here in the SPY. Yeah, so we'd have a ways to go down to that trend, which would put us right at this level. So yeah, we could definitely see some carnage in the markets over the next few days. And if it does get down there, there's no way of knowing if it's going to stop there. All right, let's dive around. All right, guys, you have any questions? If you don't have any questions about the software, once again, we can talk about stocks. Hit me up with maybe a stock you're looking at, maybe even a short position that you may be eyeballing. It's a pretty good sell-off in Apple today, 3%. Looks like it is getting a bounce there. That Excel is working pretty good. That was on the list today. Not one that I highlighted as my top four, but it's definitely on my swing trade watcher. So you got a couple of green ones. Delta was just really, I don't like trading earnings because this is the kind of stuff you get. You typically hit a gap and crap or a one move and get sloppy and take a look at the Qs. And yeah, not seeing a whole lot there. I guess we could call this area right here pretty much where it is right now, but not strong support. Just kind of a previous high that it broke out of going back over here, but nothing to get excited about. And IWM is coming up to its 200 day, and you can see I had a price alert set that in that IWM. So it'll be interesting if that goes off during our webinar and see if anybody comes in to defend it. Dad's coming across the man, that's a nasty, nasty stuff. Boy, how'd you like to go home at around $9 and wake up the next day? Computer sure got beat up the other day. IONQ, seeing a little bit of bounce, trying to go to highs. Oh, this is interesting. This NNE at the 50 period moving average. A tough market to get in front of. Settle in that ollie again, just in case it comes back to that level. Yeah, Gary, I am mostly a swing trader. I did about 16 or 17 years of day trading successfully, but you start getting older, it starts wearing on you, man. That's uh, it's a tough gig. I mean, it's you can be profitable. I was profitable pretty much every year, during my 17 years, but it's a grind. I was these people that say you can just come in, trade 1 or 2 hours. I'm sure there's a few people out there that can do it. They have a system or something, but for the most part, man, it's a grind. It's you need to be at your computer pretty much 7.5 hours a day. Yes, swing trading is a lot less trade stressful there, Gary. Boy, China's just getting beat up. Feel like there's a bounce coming at some point, but good lord. Take a look around some of the big boys. Boy, just not interested. Unless I see volume. If I see volume coming in, sometimes I'll play bottoms, but that's like there's a little volume bar in that FXI. I tell you, you think at some point, the Bitcoin pretty much used to trade with the tech sector, the Qs, and these things keep breaking down. I could see this thing. I don't have a chart up of the actual Bitcoin, but looking at IBIT here, which kind of pretty much mimics it, it just keeps going down there and hitting this level. I think if it can break, I think that would probably be what the 90,000, 91,000 Bitcoin. I think you could see some selling now. The way this thing happens, a lot of times it'll do it in after hours. It'll do it in after hours, but holding up. Thought I'd get a little more out of Microsoft today, but it caught that level right there and bounced. AI's hit a level today. This pulled back to kind of a pivot level. Yeah, we call that a pivot level. I think I might take the rest of this one off. But yeah, Bitcoin being strong. Well, I'm glad I scalped out of most of that, Biddy. See how the Bitcoin miners are holding up today? Not really. They're not holding up like those things are difficult to trade anyway. Interesting little bouncer off the 200 day, a little volume coming in on this bar right here. Yeah, I'll put alert just in case. Maybe not today, but tomorrow. RWA. Okay. How to set up auto trade for AI strategy window. Okay, RWA, we don't or show how. We don't allow auto trading our AI strategies anymore. And I know a lot of people were upset about that, but it just became too much of a liability. There was the slipping. I mean, just it was just too much of a liability for us until we get, kind of a better system. Now we are, that may change once we get to Alpaca API built out and get our uh, money machine going. I think there is talks about maybe, redoing the auto trading for the AI. I will say this: most of the people who do trade the AI, they do so discretionarily. Steve's 100% cash. So I mean, for right now, there's like I said, there's all you really can do is launch the premium AI strategy trades window, and trade these. Now you can't set it up for point and click. Yeah, yeah, it was. I noticed that. Pulled this up a couple of times. It was hot this morning for sure. Doing quite well. But yeah, unfortunately, yeah, we did pull it from our auto trading. It was just like I said, coming too much of a liability. People were having issues setting up their strategies and stop losses and slippage, and yeah, it became a huge support feature is what it ended up doing. But what if we get a better system? I know trying to work out something with Alpaca, which should be a much easier API than setting up with E-Trade and IB. Uh, let's see this Bitcoin trying to go to highs. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take my profits in this Microsoft. This is how you short Microsoft in your 401k, MSFD. It's kind of nice that they let you do that kind of stuff, but I don't like it back above its 10 period moving average. Yeah, I went ahead and cut that. Took my little profits. But anyway, RWA, yeah, I think uh, you can still set it up like a point and click if you do have you know, IB or E Trade. If not, you're just going to have to do so. Let's take a look, see some of these. Oh, nice little entry there. Pretty thin. Oh, nice short. Yeah. What happened to Jeffries? Hmm. It's a good short nonetheless. Yeah, Jim Cramer, I saw that. Poor Jim. Did they warn or something? Looks like they're profit surging. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do. Yeah, probably the Kramer curse. I uh I came in long SPX and from back over on this day right here, going back to that day right there. So I came in long SPX obviously, which is a inverse SPY triple ETF. I also came in long FAS. I've been in FAS for a while. Now I am upset. I think, gosh, I think it was. I'm upset that I didn't get to add to this one this morning. I had like I said, I had a couple of longs I was fighting, so I didn't get to add that. And then also came in. Yeah, I didn't really take any new positions to the long side today. Yeah, I had a couple of small positions that I got out of, but basically just kind of flatted, what I lost in my long positions, made up for it in the short. I could have been more profitable if Bitcoin would have cooperated and sold off with the market, but it's in demand right now. Yeah, because that was my biggest position, and I added to it this morning. And if it just couldn't break down, if it would have broken down, I would have hit it pretty good. But now, yeah, I just have few positions. Gold and silver strong today. Hold on just a minute. My dogs are whining down there. All right, sorry about that. Well, yeah, RWA, you should be. I mean, yeah, you should be able. All of our windows are free floating. Even the dock windows are free floating, so you should be able to move them in, whatever position you want to on your monitors, and then just make sure you save your layout as your default layout. If that's what you're asking. Is there a solution for arranging windows that can be saved like the docked setup? Yeah, and I could. And be sure to always, guys, if you haven't done it yet, be sure to check our AI bot, chatbot. Uh, and, right here, let's see how to build and save layout. And it should, provide some links for you. The user guide is really helpful. And yeah, you can pretty much do what you want to. So let's go to where it says user guide, and it should have taken you there to the. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, let's go to the user. Yeah, if you load window, you're just talking about a single window. Okay, so I would be sure to go to our and this will talk about free floating layout. Okay, and I'll drop this in there, and it will show you how to build, a free floating layout where you can put these windows anywhere you want to on your monitors. If you got 3 monitors, like I just have two 28 inches, and that's all I need. But I have plenty on my other screen as well. But when you load layout, you're loading your whole layout. So if you go to File and Load from Cloud, you can also store a layout in the cloud as well. But load layout is when you come in here and I highly recommend using this default underscore layout. This is the one that's going to open up every time you open Trade Ideas. So, uh, be sure to check that out. And then if you really load from the cloud, you're just any Windows, and you can store a layout in here as well. But this would be like if you're loading a single window, a scan, whatever it is. But yeah, check out that link there, and it'll show you how to build it and how to pull it up. But yeah, once you definitely want to save it under that default underscore layout. No problem, RW. I cannot find what the premium RBI is under the new pull down. It should be under new. It used to be. Let me just make sure. Yeah, premium RBI. Okay, then you have your options for 5, 15, or 30. Now, I'm not sure what you mean by is under the new pull down, but this is where you access it from the new. And then, if you want to look at a 15-minute, uh, there's not a whole lot of configuring in this one. Okay, you can customize it a little bit by price and volume today, things like that, mostly volume and price. It's red bar ignored and green bar ignored. Let me see if it's in our. Well, let's check out the handy dandy uh, chatbot. Yeah, there you go. So the alert triggers when there is a minimum of 4 consecutive green bars followed by a red bar. Okay, the alert is activated when the subsequent bar after that red bar moves above the high of the last of that red bar, suggesting a potential opportunity to go long. Green bar alerts the same thing. You get 4 consecutive down candles. Okay, then you have a green candle, and if that bar is ignored and it takes out the low, then you have, maybe a continuation move. But yeah, that's it. It's I think some people. What happened to it? Oh, I closed it out. Let's do a red bar ignored and see. We'll see if anything pops in here. I'll just move it over here, and we'll take a look at it if anything pops out. But yeah, some people like it. Okay, spy is getting a little move here. Okay, we just got one. RWASPR. Let's take a look at it. And since this is the 15-minute, okay, there is your. Now I didn't put it on confirmed. Okay, a confirmed would want the candle to close above this high of this red bar. So if you want to close, you need to put it on confirmed. I just have mine on basically unconfirmed. But there you have 4 green bars, at least 4 green bars in a row. Okay, now this doesn't have to be uh, a positive bar. In other words, it just needs to be green. So it doesn't need to close above the prior candle to get it. Just needs to be a green bar. Okay, and then you had a red bar, and now you're looking at a potential uh, red bar ignored. Yep, tiny bounce there in the spies. Hope that makes sense for you there, RWA. A lot of people used to watch this, but then we just kept adding more and more stuff. The AI. I think this was actually before the AI. Pretty sure it was. Uh, yeah, Trader 77. Yeah, this market has been resilient, but what makes me a little bit skeptical is what we've seen over the last basically, 5 6 weeks. Just I mean, it just feels like there's some. Uh, doesn't mean we can't bounce for a nice little day trade, but boy, it's hard for me to get excited about being bullish at this point in this market. But then again, I quick to cover my shorts because I'm so used to like that Microsoft was a good out so far. I mean, the problem, the reason they say, the bear markets, I'm not saying we're in a bear market yet for sure, but how it wipes out both longs and shorts, what wipes out both bulls and bears because it's so difficult to, short this market or short any bear market because you get these up moves where not only do you get people short covering, you get new interest, buying interest coming in. So the up moves can be brutal. I think the best way to do it is just small size and stay in them for a long time. Ride them out over time and not try to, or at least maybe scalp some and and then hold a little bit. But man, you try to go big and you're gonna get run over all the time. This IBIT just Bitcoin just went to highs. Meta's strong today. Yeah, it's just our homepage. Our homepage, it's right in there. So just go to tradeIdeas.com and there you have it, RWA. Just right there on our front page. And just keep going. Just look for that little squiggly uh, emblem there. And after you type something in, it'll be when you start out, it'll be at the top and then it'll be at the bottom. So you just keep asking it questions. And you have videos in there too. So there's right there a video on RBI and GBI. So once it's pretty cool. All right, guys, we got about 8 more minutes. Yeah, it's hard for me to get excited about going long, man, right now. Wow, that's a nice move. Chewy holding up well. That was also on the list today. What's that next doing? This is actually in the right sector too. You got UNG, which is on a tear. Got energy stocks next. This one looks like it's setting up for a potential move at some point. There you go, Trader 77. Another little push there in the SPY. Oh boy, Bitcoin. I'm gonna have to sell this last of this biddy. Can't stop it. Yeah, it's going right up against its 10-period moving average. Okay, RE looking ugly. All right, interesting. We'll see if this marking can put a little bounce in. There's a K-Web alert. All right, guys, that's going to get it for today. Not a whole lot to talk about today, but maybe a little bit of action there in the spies. But that's going to wrap it up. You guys have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Same time, same channel. You're welcome, RWA. You guys have a good one. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.